Mr. President, Mr. Vice President, Mr. Speaker, it's certainly an honor for me to be here to make a few comments on behalf of everybody involved in the President's Cup, starting with the teams behind me. Mr. President, I think throughout the country, all sports fans are appreciative of how you have been a sports fan during your presidency, including getting involved in different sports like working on the brackets in basketball, and even occasionally chastising some of us on the administrative side of the sport, those who need it. You haven't done that with me yet, but more importantly, from the standpoint of those of us who are in the game of golf, you're a golfer. And it's nice to see you get out and play to help tell the story about why this game is so great, what it does for you, how it contributes to a healthy lifestyle, how it, if you're in business or you've got a stressful job, it can help you clear your head. Now, I've noted over the years that you've got criticized a couple of times for playing the game of golf. I'll note that the list of people who criticized you did not include Speaker Boehner.
It's the only thing that doesn't criticize me about.
Probably with good reason. But also, we thank you for your two-time service as honorary chair of the President's Cup and taking it to a very high level in terms of stature. In 2013, these two teams, led by Fred Couples and Nick Price, had a great match in Columbus, Ohio. The matches went, even though Nick had, I think, 5 rookies on his team, they went right down to the wire on Sunday afternoon. The United States got the most points, but the real winners, like with every President's Cup, were sportsmanship and charity. And over the years, I think most people know, but the President's Cup is a unique event in sports because all of the money that's raised is divided among the players, and they contribute it to charities of their choice. Over the years, one of the key beneficiaries of those contributions has been the First Tee program. And we're delighted that Joe Barrow, who runs the First Tee, is here with 4 of our First Tee kids from the chapters in Baltimore and in Washington, D.C. In 2015, we will go to Korea to play the next President's Cup in Seoul. Jay Haas will be the captain, assisted by Fred Couples. Nick Price will be the captain for the international team, assisted by KJ Choi, although KJ is playing well enough right now, I'm thinking he may be on the team. But we're delighted to have Ambassador On here tonight with us from Korea. And Mr. President, I know you'll like to hear this. We are going to use that week of golf in Korea and the telecast back home to tell the story of the partnership that we have with South Africa and the incredible bonding there is in Korea between our military and the business community in Korea, and really drive that home. But for today, I'd like to just thank you again for having us here, for giving us this recognition, and for recognizing the great play these great athletes do in the President's Cup every 2 years. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Well, welcome to the White House, and thank you, Mr. Commissioner, for the introduction. I am joined by 2 of my favorite golf partners, the Vice President of the United States, Joe Biden, and the Speaker of the House, John Boehner. In each instance, they have to give me strokes. My good friend, former Transportation Secretary Ray LaHood, is with us as well. Where's Ray? He was back here somewhere. Well, okay. He's probably went out because it's a nice day to play, and we should actually be outside. Let me make a couple observations. First of all, I'm not used to seeing these guys in suits. Spieth told me that this is the first suit he's ever bought. I'm pointing out Jordan now because they might card him later at the reception. We've got some outstanding players both on the American team and the international team. We've got extraordinary veterans like Ernie Els and Tiger Woods. We've got rookies like Jordan. We've got last year's team captains, Fred Couples from the United States and Nick Price for the world. We've got next year's captains, Jay Haas for the Americans and Nick Price for the world. Now, last year was the second time I've been honorary chairman of the President's Cup. The United States won both times. I'm just saying. As much as I'd like to take all the credit, the truth is that the U.S. has now beaten the international team in 5 straight tournaments. Any comment on that, gentlemen? Okay. I didn't think so. I do want to give the international team credit for keeping things interesting. After 2 days of match play, the U.S. led by only a point. And for those of you at home who don't exactly follow international team golf, that means it was close. But on the morning of day 3, the Americans won 4 of 5 matches. And on Sunday, Tiger clinched the victory for the 3rd straight President's Cup. So we are extraordinarily proud of the President's Cup team. We hope our World Cup team takes a page out of their playbook when they take on Germany this Thursday. I want folks from the international team that we didn't just invite them to rub it in. We want to say thanks to both teams and to the PGA Tour because, as was already pointed out by the Commissioner, the money raised by the President's Cup goes to charities chosen by the players. Last year, you raised more than $5 million, which was a new record. It happens that philanthropy is a second job for many of these players. Ernie's Els for Autism Foundation just broke ground on a new children's education center in Florida, and I was mentioning to Ernie that families who have an autistic child couldn't be more thankful for the work that his foundation does and the education and awareness that it's brought about. Zach Johnson, with his foundation, supports a free clinic in Zach's hometown of Cedar Rapids, Iowa. Through the Blessings in a Backpack program, Jason Duffner and his wife Amanda make sure that kids in their home state of Alabama have enough to eat. The Tiger Woods Foundation creates learning centers and scholarships to help low-income young people succeed in school, and they're holding a tournament in Maryland this Thursday, and Tiger's getting back to the course early in order to host it in person. So the list goes on. All of these guys are giving back to their respective communities, and we want to thank them for being such outstanding ambassadors for golf who use their success not just on the course, but also to support worthy causes off of the course. I want to congratulate Team USA on another big win. Best of luck as you defend the title in South Korea next year, and I want to thank Phil Mickelson for giving me an excellent tip on my sand game, because I'm pretty sure I can shave at least 2 or 3 strokes if I can just get out of the darn sand.
Absolutely, no problem. I'm confident that's true.
You sure?
I'm positive.
Okay. Thank you very much, everybody. Congratulations to the 2 outstanding teams. Appreciate it.